All right, Ohio State, Indiana from the Big Ten title game. Sorry if my voice is terrible. I've been really under the weather. Can't get the voice back, so might sound a little funky here. But we'll start with play one. Let it roll through here. All right, so they start out in 12 personnel. Okay, to start the game, Indiana matches it, meaning they sub in a heavier Sam linebacker, and you'll realize throughout the game that anytime they go heavier, so 13 personnel, they match it with another backer. So Indiana's answer to it was to go heavier. Okay, they wanted to stay in split high coverage, so they had two high up on the deck. Typically, that's going to give you a run read. But to start the game, okay, we'll count the box here. So you've got two tight ends. So for you, you've got 7. Indiana matches it, so they've got 4 down linemen, 3 backers. Will's pretty much in the box. He's a box player, run fitter. If you want to look at the RPO, it's just basic gift RPO. Okay, if you have the space, take it, or if you have the one-on-one, take it as well. You'll see here that Jeremiah's pretty much got a one-on-one, bailing corner, with throwing that out there. Overall, good decision. It's never the wrong decision to throw to that guy. Their run game plan was really vertical too. I thought anytime they ran outside zone, which was more horizontal, I thought it looked a lot better. Okay, you'll see that their gap scheme just looked funky all night. Indiana had a really good game plan. I thought offensively, Ohio State got outcoached. So they're just starting here in basic inside zone. So you'll see that the Will linebacker, Sam linebacker, okay, he's pretty much in the box. So we should be climbing vertical. Okay, tackle should be up on the 5, guard up on the 3. Okay, we're going to double the backside 2-I into the Mike. Okay, tight end backside with the tackle. We're going to double, okay, into the Will. Okay, so front side, we either got to we've either got to take a vertical step, okay, and get to the Sam, or we should try to double this thing and then climb to the Sam. Okay, you'll see the double just doesn't get there, and a lot of the times that was the big issue in the run game is we're not able to climb, either because of stunts or may have you. Okay, so if we hand this thing off, you'll see that Sam will be able to make that play. All right, next play. Try not to focus too much on each concept. There's a ton of mistakes by everybody involved. So again, now instead of being double tight, you got double wings. So you're still in 12 personnel. Indiana's matched it. Sam linebacker here, heavier linebacker, split high coverage. So we've got play action zone. So tight ends are going to chip and be out into the route. Okay, you're going to be check downs. Looks like we've got basic comeback here into the field. Okay, you got a dig backside as well. Pretty much a 2-man route versus split high coverage. I mean, pre-snap, you're pretty much already dead. And you'll see to the field, they're going to play cover 2, so corner is going to be your flat player. Okay, backside, they're going to be in quarters. Okay, he should be getting more depth. Okay, so that's just going to be a throwaway. Because if you look post-snap, after the drop, okay, there's really nowhere to go. Okay, they're playing cover 2 here to Jeremiah, so that's pretty much, that thing's bracketed, trying to play the comeback. Safety's on top, corner's on top of the dig backside. You got the weak safety, okay, almost in the middle of the field, so he'll be able to come down on this thing here. Okay, then you've got your check down concepts, which both linebackers have taken care of, so you're kind of dead in the water. And we'll talk through protection a ton because they were awful in protection. Indiana had a really good game plan. They understood their half slide concepts and their rules. So I'm going to take a second to digest here a little bit. So it looks like we're half slide into the field. Okay, so we're going to be big on big backside. Okay, tight ends are going to chip end man line of scrimmage, and then we're going to be out into the route as a checkdowns. Okay, so Montgomery gets beat inside. You can already tell center's way too high. He's already beat leverage-wise. Montgomery gets beat inside. So Julian gets moved from the launch point. He's got to throw it away, and concept-wise, nothing's there. So far, terrible start. So again, still in 12 personnel. They're going to match it. So what I mean by match it is they've got a heavier linebacker, same linebacker, so that you're always going to be either even or -1 in the box. So a lot of the time, Ohio State was -1 in the box. Still staying in split high. So they're wanting you to throw the football, but playing too high, still being able to play top down on a lot of your concepts. So as an OC, you've got a couple of decisions to make. Do we attack the too high coverage with being outnumbered in the box? Okay, or do we read somebody in the run game and determine throwing RPOs off of that, or we're reading a defender in the run game? And Ohio State won't do that, so you've got to RPO that to death, which, again, Ohio State didn't do. So I think game plan could have definitely been a little bit better. First half especially. Second half, I thought everything got better. But pre-snap, you'll see looks like we got GY counter up front. Okay, you've got free access hitches. Thought this ball should have came out. Don't know why. I mean, you can see post-snap, Julian's eyes are on it. Okay, safety's playing top down at about 12 yards, so the ball should be coming out. All right, we got GY counter. I'm going to let it play through once. So let's draw it up. So you got a 4-man front. Okay, they're reducing it, meaning instead of playing a 5 technique or even a 7 technique to the tight end, their inside shoulder is a 4-eye. Okay, so you've got a 4-eye, you got a 2-eye. I'm sorry, you got a shade, you got a 3 and a wide 9. So they're reducing here to the tight end, or they're bumping down to the tight end up in the line of scrimmage. The same probably pre-snap will walk up. Okay, then Indiana will have the numbers to play the run game, if I were to guess. So we can draw it up. So you get a pretty good look to GY counter. You do have a safety that's coming down in the box that will be a run fitter. Okay, knowing that, moving forward, at least to this formation, you could read this guy in the run game if he's going to have eyes in the box and be a run fitter. But let's draw it up pre-snap. So we should be down to climb. Okay, tackles should be down. So center also down. I'm sorry, guard. Sorry, guys. Chest hurting a little bit. So guard should be down. No one shows to climb. Okay, center is back. We're pulling to kick the wide 9. Okay, tight end should be up through to the Sam. Okay, we're stepping and hinging, which is a pretty hard block to a 4-eye. So you really got to get inside. You almost want to scoop that. Scoop meaning you want to get inside of it and try to almost run it. Okay, but it looks like you do have a will go up in the A gap, so Montgomery should try to clean that up and pick it up. Good. Tackles down. Tight end should climb to the mic, which is good. All in all, it's a pretty good look. They block it up well. And then you should be up, okay, and getting vertical one-on-one with the safety, which you always want in the run game. It's actually not a bad look. So 3rd and 6. I thought Indiana's third down game plan was unbelievable. Ohio State did not have a good third down game plan to counteract it. A lot of different looks pre and post snap from Indiana. So this is really, outside of Texas, it's his first big boy defense he's played against. Stuff we'll see in the NFL quite a bit if he's going to make it to that level. So I mean, pre-snap, I'm trying to pause it here. There we go. So pre-snap, okay, you've got a 6-1. So you got 4, okay, reduced front. You've got two walked up backers and your Samuel Will. Your Mike's playing freehand here. Okay, you'll see post-snap they're going to be in a Tampa 2 look. I mean, the first couple times I watched it, I thought they were just in a rotated cover 3. But you'll see corner here to the field and into the boundary. Almost have cover 2 eyes and looks. And again, Ohio State loves to spam that the Hank concept on 3rd and 6, thinking you're going to get some type of zone, which they do. But it's backside safety here playing Tampa 2 does a really good job of driving down on the middle sit. Okay, you've got your curl here, your flat concept, your curl here into the backside. And you'll see pre-snap that the Mike is able to drive on the sit route. So post-snap, and you see that he's going to get a reroute. Okay, you want to move in either direction. So on their install, they have him sit. They have a quarterback start with the sit route. And you'll see it in the boundary, which is a one-man route. Okay, it's capped. You got corner here is bailing a little bit. You got a linebacker who's out, meaning this is dead in the water. Okay, you start with the sit, okay, and you move front side. And you can see pre-snap, and we'll look at it. Okay, you just do a numbers count. So you've got safety, that's 1, 2, that will be into some type of zone pass drop. And you've got one receiver here. Okay, you don't have a flat control route here into the boundary. So that should be dead in the water pre-snap. Okay, post-snap, you can start with the sit, but you see the mic dropper as a backer into that hook area. Then you should move into the field, which Julian never gets to because he throws the sit. Right now, I would move my eyes right into the field. And you can see safety is already sitting on it. So the ball should come out here to the curl to the field. All right, protection-wise, again, you can just do a numbers count pre-snap. So you've got at least up on the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3. On the line of scrimmage here to the field, you got 1, 2. So you should be pushing it, half slide, okay, into the boundary. So those 3 take care of these 3. All right, so these 2 take care of the 2 most dangerous. So you're going to be guard on the 3, tackle on the 5. Okay, back should be responsible for the backer if he comes on a pressure. So they come with a stunt, which, again, they did a really good job of attacking our pressures. So you're going to have 3 technique into A. Okay, tackle is going to take, again, the most dangerous, so he'll take the 5, and then the back's got to take the pressure coming from the field. I think Donaldson's their best back in protection because you'll see that he pretty much stymies that. So protection's great there. It's a bad read by your quarterback. Okay, back to 12 personnel. Looks like you got a power RPO. I thought Ohio State spammed RPOs well enough to start. Kind of got away from it because they got heavier. So Indiana was able to drive on a lot. Their linebackers were able to play the run a lot more in the second half because I thought RPOs kind of went away a little bit. So it's just, again, free access, home motion back into it. But everyone should be down. He should be kicking. Okay, we're pulling the lead. Okay, free access RPO. And I'm pretty sure I didn't pay attention to start. We should have free access RPO over there as well. Yep. So again, you got a zone coverage corner. Always take advantage of that. One-on-one with Jeremiah Smith. Okay, basic power. Again, Indiana matches it. So you got 12 personnel. So that means you've got your 5 linemen. Okay, 2 tight ends. Okay, that's 7. Okay, you got, we'll talk about the front. To the tight end, you're going to get a 7 technique. So again, they're reducing it down. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Safety, you can tell eyes on the box. He's going to be your late run fitter. But if you're 7 on 7, it means you're even up in the box. Okay, if you do have an RPO on, okay, you're going to be reading another defender or getting the ball out of the box. You're going to force them to play outside of the box. So again, you're evened up. If you block it well enough, you should be okay. But on power, it's really hard to get to those backside linebackers if you're not ripping to it. So like if you're not scooping to this and then reading this post snap because they're reading an RPO, it's going to be really hard to get to. And you'll see a lot of the times in this game, okay, Indiana's linebackers did a really good job of falling over top of gap scheme. We had a really hard time getting to these type of guys backside. Because if this thing gets handed, okay, will linebacker, okay, he's able to play over the top. See what I mean? He's able to play over the top. Okay, we should have one of these guys falling off to climb here. Okay, we should be pulling the kick, pulling the lead here, and then we're going to the backside backer. That just didn't happen a lot of times. The double just got stuck. Okay, 12 personnel. 10P look, meaning 2x2 open. What's it down in distance here? 2nd and 3. So going against the grain, it's more of a run down. Okay, you got sand pressure from the field. So you got semi-pressure. Again, reduced front, so meaning they're inside shoulder of the tackle. A lot of times when I was the OC, if I get a reduced front, I'm thinking I'm getting some type of different look to the field. So I'm going to get a pressure. I'm going to get a linebacker walked up. Because typically, defenses don't want to play a reduced front and not have anybody outside of your tackle. So then you're going to get a lot of outside run concepts. So you'll see post snap, same linebacker walks up. They're more of a sim pressure look. Okay, 2nd and 3. Let's look at the concept. So we got a cross from Jeremiah. Okay, we've got an outside sit from Carnell. I'm trying to look at the concept. I'm kind of confused on what they're trying to run. Tight end really gets bitched here. So it looks like they're trying to run some type of smash here. Okay, Carnell's going to sit. He gets bitched to the sideline, but it looks like I would assume he's in a corner. Okay, you got a backside drag. You're trying to put a bind on the weak safety. Tight end just gets bitched. So you're not able to get a clean read. So, I mean, a really good job of reroute from Indiana's DN here. Don't know how you can get bitched by a DN on a route like that. But credit to Indiana. Let's look at protection. So 5-man pass pro. Again, reduced front. So inside shoulder of your tackle. Okay, you got pretty much a 0 technique. Okay, you got a 3 and a 5. So again, you should think, okay, I've got my end on a 4-eye. Okay, we got a 4-down lineman still. Someone should be coming from the field. Okay, it looks like they bob it because they see it coming. So for bobbing, okay, tackles on the 5, guards on the 3, centers on the nose. Okay, guards on the 3 tech, and then whatever shows outside back can help. So Indiana's in so 3 tech slants from the field. Right guard gets beat inside. I mean, you can just tell post snap. Look at his feet. Look how wide his feet are. You're never going to win in pass pro when you're that wide post snap. Okay, this is a good look of what I should look like pre snap. I'm in an athletic position. Knees are bent. I'm way too wide. Okay, I think Montgomery's too wide as well. Center is okay. Tackle, okay, is in a better position. So now you're catching. So your hands are outside. Probably could call a hold. So Julian gets forced out of the pocket. Honestly, makes a really good play out of it. All right, so we're in 11P, 3x1. We short motion in from Carnell. So Indiana, 42 box here. So Sam's out of the box. He's going to play the slot. You got 2 high. Okay, they're rolling from the boundary. So just basic cover 3 look. You got your deep curl concept that they love as well. So deep curl here. Yeah, usually to have some type of flat concept. Looks like Carnell should be, I don't know, middle of the field sit, and then if he's going to stay to that side of the field, he'll be your flat player. Yep. Chips out. Back is going to be into the boundary. So again, you're just reading force player there. So deep sit. Okay, deep sit. You're out as your flat concept, and then some type of deep over middle. Okay, you're going to read outside linebacker, force player, whatever you want to call it. So if he's going to be down from Indiana, okay, that'll be a read. Okay, this guy will be your read if he's your flat player. So numbers wise, you know that your back's out into the route. You've got a 2-on-2 here into the boundary. So you can work to Jeremiah now knowing you have a controlled concept where linebacker will be taken up into the route. See what I mean? So backer's got the walk down safety, has the back. Now you're 1-on-1. Okay, he's in bail technique, so you know you've got Jeremiah. So that's a lot better from Julian here. Okay, now you've got 2-5 techniques. You got 3 here into the boundary. You got a really tight shade. You can almost call it a nose. Okay, slide. Looks like we have slide protection here to the boundary. Okay, backside we're bobbing it. So right now they're doing a pretty good job. So defensively, okay, we're going to slant to D tackle and A gap. D end looks like he's in B gap, and then their will linebacker will fold outside. Without the back and pass pro, it's hard to really take care of that because they're rushing 5. You got 5 up front. Okay, if anything, I can't slow down enough. So with him coming inside, Montgomery should pick that up. Okay, I'm going to pass it off with my right hand, and I'm going to pick up the pressure. Center's already taken up. Backside, we're doing a pretty good job. He's just got to sit down and be able to take that on. Okay, I need to get hands on first, and if I don't, I'm going to get hit and bull rush like he does. Yeah, almost as a surprise. Okay, he's got to sit down. He's got to have better leverage. They communicate it well and pick it up well. It's just they get beat multiple spots. I mean, if you look to the boundary, center gets beat, guard gets beat, and then tackle ends up getting beat. So 3 guys get beat on the slide pass pro. Julian does a good job of staying in the pocket to throw it. Okay, still in 12P, outside zone from pistol look. Let's go for the back end view, no RPO attached. I thought they did run outside zone fairly well. Don't think they went back to it enough. Okay, it's one concept I know a lot of fans are like, outside zone. I thought they actually ran it really well. With all the movement from Indiana's defense, okay, zone does make a lot of sense because there's not a lot involved in outside zone. If I'm covered, I'm latching, and if not, okay, again, I always talk about it. You're taking your 3 bucket steps. And climbing if nobody shows. It's really easy. You don't have to really communicate or double any of it. So pre-snap, okay, I should be most dangerous man. I'm covered here from a 9 technique from my tight end, uncovered from the tackle position. So he can use the left hand to help, but I should be still taking steps to climb. Okay, guard, covered, center, pre-snap from the linebacker walking up, covered, guard, covered, rip inside of that. Tackle also from walked out linebacker covered. Okay, I'm reading the ghost leg of the tight end here. Depending on his block, I can either take it outside. So pre-snap, tight end's got it reached. So that tells me I can head outside of the tight end, okay, make a cut off of 85's block. So I'm going to cut it up inside. Boom, really good. Really good job backside of Montgomery ripping and running too. Love to see that. Really good job of Heisman using his left hand to help. Let's check out right tackle. Good. Using the left hand inside to help. Climb. Get the 4. Good. Guard's good. He was covered, so he's got it. It's probably hold by your tight end with the hands outside. Again, outside zone look good. 12 personnel again, so they're going to match it. Now they're putting weak safety into the box. Now you're outnumbered. Okay, what's the down and distance? 2nd and 3. So this is a good situation. I mean, you always want to have two play calls, not knowing what a defense is going to be in. I think two play calls is good. I don't know how much Ohio State does that. I know that's more of an NFL thing, but being able to get into a different look at least would help because you're already outnumbered before the snap. You do have gift RPOs on. Ball could go to Jeremiah here. I don't know why it doesn't. Or Carnell. You got one-on-one with zone defenders. So again, throw it, big dog. I mean, pre-snap. I mean, if you look to both sides, okay, you've got your free access RPOs. If anything, you got more to Jeremiah. You got Sam linebacker up into the box. You got all this space here to work with. Okay. I could understand into the boundary. Okay, walk down safety. He's kind of in your window. He could push to it post snap, but again, it's another situation where force them out of the box. Makes no sense to run into outnumbered boxes. This is probably one of their worst reps of the night. So it looks like it's counter. Post snap or to the field, to the tight end side. Okay, everyone looks like they're down. Center's back. Guard should be pulling. I don't think it happens. Okay, tight end should be up through here. And again, you really have nobody to block the backside linebacker because of the front and what it looks like pre-snap or stepping and hinging backside. So really, you're outnumbered here. Outnumbered here, can't get to it. Okay, and then you get the walk down safety. Okay, can't really get to that. So you're outnumbered pre-snap. You see what I mean by everybody's down? They slant to the field, and it's really hard to pick up. But, I mean, these guys, I know you're trying to help your buddy next to you. Okay, you're trying to pass it off. But in gap concepts, get down. Get down. Create the wall. So, if anything, the back has a wall to get vertical. Okay, right guard, I don't really know what he's doing, but this should be pull to kick. Okay, you can tell tight ends pull to lead. Okay, because if we have that pull to kick, okay, we have something to work with. But backside we're confused. That's really bad ball there, really bad. All right, 3-by-1. What's the down and distance? 3rd and 5. So Indiana on third down again. They were giving pressure looks all night. Sim pressures, 5-man pressures. So you had to think game plan wise, at least after the first drive. Okay, they're going to give us pressure looks. How are we going to adjust to that? So Ohio State's answer here was to be in 3-by-1. What are they in 10P? Okay, 5-man pass pro. You get the look you want. Pass pro holds up. Julian does have happy feet. All right, so it looks like you got a levels concept. Let's let it run through one more time so I can draw it up. So tight ends on the drag. Jeremiah's on the dig. And you're trying to high-low the backside linebacker. So you got the drag. You got your dig here. And anytime you run a levels or drive concept, you have some type of take it over the top post. Okay, so depending on how they read it. So with it being third down, I would assume they're just trying to move the sticks. Okay, they're reading the dig to the drag. But this is also like your normal mills. So if you're running it and you're starting with the deep concept, and I always taught my quarterbacks in drive, we're going to start with the post dig, the mills concept. So if he's going to play this, if he's going to play the dig more than anything, okay, we're going to throw the post over top. Okay, if he's going to bail post snap, we're going to look at the dig into the drag. Your drag's going to be your last read in the progression. Okay, this is okay, we don't have much pass pro. We're one-on-one. Okay, we're outnumbered a pass pro. We're going to get the ball out hot. So you'll see that the post snap, okay, safety is more playing the hash. Okay, so that should bring your eyes over to this safety. Okay, so they're in some type of push coverage. And he's playing it more. He's playing the dig more than he is the post. So my eye should stay with it. Pass pro still good. Okay, ball could come out. Looks like he's running right through too high coverage. So ball should come out now. Okay, in between the too high coverage to an S. But he falls off of it with the safety pushing here to the sideline. and this guy playing more in the hash. He thinks he's going to play over top of it, which I get. But stay with it a little bit longer, especially if they're too high. They're splitting the too high coverage. And they play it well in Jeremiah. My thoughts are he wants to stick with Jeremiah as long as possible without really reading through it. All right, pass pro. Walking up the will. Again, reduced front again. Nobody outside of the tackle. Let's see what they do. So it looks like we're pushing half slide into the field. Okay, should be bob protection. Okay, bob protection. Let's see if with Donaldson in, I'm sure that he's going to be more in pass pro, so he's going to be more helping with any linebacker walk up. Yep. So they're in a stunt. Again, they played 3rd and 6 really well. So he's going to be inside here, take the guard, come outside of it. Okay, they're in a sim pressure, pre-snap. Let's look pre-snap. So pre-snap, you get 2 outside of your tackle. Typically, you're gonna push out to 1, leave 1 go. So you leave this 1 go. That'll be for your back. But they're in a sim pressure, so he leaves. And so then you've got a stunt on where the end will come inside. The D tackle will be out. Okay, you're trying to take a 2-for-1. You're trying to take these 2 guys out. Leave this guy 1-on-1 for the back. I think Ohio State holds up fairly well with that. That's on Julian. That ball's got to be out. Let's look at Julian's footwork, because his footwork was iffy all night, man. You could tell he was feeling the pressure without feeling the pressure. He never felt comfortable all night. Okay, there should be a 3-step concept. He doesn't even get to the drop. He's moving into the pocket when he doesn't need to. That tells me that he's got happy feet. He's not comfortable with protection. He's not comfortable with the reads or with the ID that he's getting coverage-wise. So when you hear the term seeing ghosts, okay, that's what that means there in that situation. Feeling pressure when you're not actually feeling it, not being able to ID coverage. As a coach, obviously not great to see, so how do you combat that? You get to your run reads. You get to the run game. You get a little more simple in the pass game. More boots, screens, play action, all those. So 12P, GY counter. Anything on with Jeremiah? Nope. All right, so 13 personnel. So we'll just do a basic numbers count. You got 1, 2 defensively, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, safety's into the box. I'm going to count him as 8. Eyes around the box, so he's going to be a run fitter. Okay, you've got your 5 offensive linemen, and then 6, 7, 8. So you're evened up. Okay, you get the one-on-one shot. Actually, let's look. Do they have the safety over top of Jeremiah? So, yep. So this RPO is dead, so you have to get into the run game. Let's see how well we block it up. We'll block it up pre-snap. So really tight shade to the call side. Okay, 5 technique, and then you got a really wide 9. Okay, backside, you got a 3 and a 5. 2 backers. One's at a 20, one's at a 30. So let's draw it up and how it should look. So we should be down here from the guard position on the shade. Okay, we should double this. Okay, into the backside linebacker. We should be down, in my opinion. We should be down and then climbing. Okay, we should be pulling to kick this wide 9. Okay, Y should be up here into the will. And then back should be one-on-one with the safety. Front side, we're good. Daniels climb. Climb, dude. Tight end, good. We're down on it. Second tight end's climbing. Montgomery pulled a kick. Daniels has to get over top of it. kills the play. You can already tell. Yep. So if Daniels is able to climb now, okay, he's able to get more vertical to dig this out. Okay, now back has an area to get vertical. Because of it, he can't. So he has to get more horizontal. And you'll see what I mean. So post snap, they add on to it. So that's, I would count that as a ninth. So you're not able to get to him because pre-snap it wasn't in the box. So he's able to fight over top. But I should be, from the back position, we block it up fairly well. Get vertical now. Get the knees up so that none of those arm tackles hit you. We're not getting vertical quick enough from the back there. But he's able to make something out of nothing. I know you guys heard the red zone. They talked about they just wanted to get heavier. Thought they could push Indiana around. But you can see post-snap. I mean, just look post-snap. Who's getting shoved back and who isn't. So you can see that defense stalemates the offense at the point of attack, almost getting shoved back. So that should tell you, first trip in the red zone, oh man, we can't push them around, so we've got to change our call and our concepts. Typically, with 4 and 17 on the field, you're going to get split high coverage, so those are better run looks for you. In this situation, you're getting goal line. I mean, you got how many tight ends in the game? You got 13 personnel in the game inside the 10. So let's just, again, let's do a numbers count, basic math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got Sam on the tight end, tells you they're man. 7, 8, 9, and that's a 10th. Okay, versus your 5 offensive linemen. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. So boom, outnumbered. So you've got to have some type of adjustment for that. Have a two-way call. So I know Smith is 1-on-1 right now. Corner, I think, has outside leverage. Okay, got to work this area of the field. Make these 3 linebackers play pass first instead of the run. At least start with that, because moving forward, if you get inside the 10, they've got to think about, okay, I've got JJ, and behind me, I'm going to be a little bit slower to my run fit. Because you'll see post-snap all this field to work with. So I would run a bang 8 post. Okay, throw that sucker right on the post up high. Only JJ can get to it. But you'll see everyone just gets shoved at the point of attack. So they just run basic power. And you'll see that they got reduced front. So you got your 4 defensive linemen, adding a 5th. Okay, walked up linebacker. So they're on a goal line defense here. Just turns into Uno blocks, really. 1-on-1s. Tackle. Yeah. Next call. So they get shoved. They go right back to 13 personnel. Okay. What we talked about on first down, now they're doing on second down. But again, you might get a different alignment from this guy into the red zone. So do you throw outside concept, bang 8 concept? I think you just do it. You give quarterback and wide receiver leeway. Again, you got corner outside leverage, so he's able to play anything outside post snap. Inside doesn't really have any help. Okay, you've got the leverage to work with. So I would like to see a bang 8 here if they're able to adjust on the fly, which looks like they don't. We're just running split zone up front. Okay, trying to get the ball to Jeremiah. Corner's already an outside leverage, so that thing's dead. False start. So it looks like defense is playing Tampa 2. We're running switch verts, thinking we're going to get some type of man coverage. Switch verts here. Whoops. Forgot to draw that. So we're in 12 personnel inside the 10. Okay, you got switch verts. I think you're going to get man. Okay, tight end's going to run in the middle of the goalposts. So he's going to be 1-on-1 with the Tampa and the Mike. Jeremiah backside is just running basic vert. He's dead in the water. Safety and corner on top of him, so he's bracketed. You can see Julian's trying to get to the 101 versus the Tampa Mike. That route doesn't win, so he's got to have to come off of it. He's got to work the switch verts backside. So start with the inside vertical and then get to the outside. I think you could throw this, but with the linebackers into that window here, okay, that's dead in the water as a quarterback. Okay, they've got it communicated well, so corner's going to bail here. So you got to get to the check down now. Yep. Julian doesn't get to the check down quick enough. He's got to escape. So again, that's on your quarterback, but able to make do. All personnel. Basic lead zone. Free access RPOs attached. Yep. Well, look, free access to the field. Okay, looks like they're reading safety here in the run game, running almost like a bang 8. Kind of like the look there with the safety bailing in the middle of the field. So, again, let's do a numbers count. High State's got how many in the box? 2 tight ends. So you got 7 versus your 1 to reduce. Actually, no, they're not reduced. Forgot about the tight end here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, evened up. Okay, Ohio State does a good job of, they've got a read on the weak safety. Yep, so you can see Julian's got eyes on the weak safety. Okay, he looks like he's bailing to play that route, so we hand that off, which is not a bad idea. We're evened up in the box, so if we win our one-on-ones, which we didn't do a lot of during the night, that's why our run game just looked like shit all around. Couldn't handle stunts. Couldn't handle the sim look pressures. We just don't fall off backside to get to the walked up will. If we're running zone, I don't really know why we're starting here. Okay, I know his eyes are inside, but looks like we're all here into the boundary. I'm just confused why most of the offensive line is stepping in the boundary except for the play side tackle. Okay, I know that's a walked up will. I get confused on what we're doing up front. Montgomery gets beat as he takes his own step, gets beat inside of it, and then he gets thrown. Indiana just played with their hands a lot better than we did. I mean, he gets bitched. My God. Indiana was more violent, played with their hands better. Better leverage. Playside will makes the play because the tackle doesn't step to that side and engages with it. They double. I don't get this. Why are we doubling? If we're running zone to the right, why are we doubling the 3 tech? I don't know. It's just bad football. Again, 12 personnel. Don't know why. I'm sorry. I'd rather have an S on the field, match him up, or even put somebody else in the slot consistently. Like I know they put Jeremiah Smith in the slot a little bit to get mismatches, but if we're gonna have a tight end on the field and they're gonna play traditional Sam, try to get him matched up on the Sam. So now we're going play action. What's the down and distance? 2nd and 6. Pulling the guard on play action. That's a really good ride from Julian. I thought we blocked this up well in game, which, I mean, look at that post snap. That's what a pocket should look like right there. Okay, so they're just in basic pull protection, pulling the guard, play side for the end. Looks like they got a levels concept on. So Jeremiah's got your mandatory outside release vertical. We're gonna have a 10-yard out here. We should have some type of flat controlled route. Okay, you start with the deep and then work your way in. Okay, you'll see corner is one-on-one post snap. Yeah, so they're in some type of man. Corner gets beat. Great ball. That's great execution. Let's look at the backside, let's look at the protection from it. Good. Everyone's down to the plate or away from. So everyone should be blocking down. We're pulling for the end. Okay, so and then everyone should be down in protection. Get backside. So it almost looks like power up front for everybody. Just stay at the line of scrimmage. Good. Everyone's good. Hands to the face. And then we get in heavy again. And Ryan Day admitted after the game that their game plan inside the 20 was to get heavy. They wanted to work vertical run game. Obviously, I think they've learned from the mistake. Yeah, I feel like after the first drive, you'll see how they're going to match it almost with the goal line personnel. You're going to be at -1 in the box. So you got to adjust. Do we get lighter and try to get mismatches with our receivers on their linebackers? Like, I think getting anybody matched up on their Sam would have been a really good call. Really good in the run game. I think he had some vulnerabilities in the pass game. Even if you get in these sets here knowing you're going to be outnumbered, all right, on first and 10 inside the 15, okay, let's get to some type of play action concept, knowing that we're going to be outnumbered. Okay, I could potentially get a mismatch with this guy. Just didn't do that. So let's look at it from the back end view. Again, 13 personnel, your fullback's a tight end. Honestly, would like to see Donaldson move to that position. I think he's better in the run game than some of these tight ends. So we should be down. Everyone play side should be down. Down on this. Tight end should be here to kick the in man line of scrimmage. Guard, pull, front side. Honestly, first color shows we're outnumbered. Okay, tackle, hard inside. Tight end, hard inside. Okay, step and hinge. So tight end gets beat inside, which you don't want to do on power. Okay, try to ride that down more inside. You just get beat inside. We're not driving. Okay, if you can't drive, if you're just catching, because right now we're just catching. Instead of driving, we're catching this thing inside. He has to either work this inside out or take an outside course to that linebacker. Okay, honestly, this linebacker can play an inside, and that's what I would do if I were a linebacker, because power is a vertical concept. So tight end should take more of an inside release to get to it, which we do. But tight end gets beat. The tight end gets beat. You see, first color who shows, you got to latch onto it. And we're outnumbered anyways. So even if we pull to the linebacker, which we do a really good job of, okay, you have nobody for the backside linebacker, so you're outnumbered. So again, like I was talking about, you're outnumbered. You got to have an adjustment to it. So they bring Carnell back into the field. That third tight end's gone, and we run outside zone. What's it down the distance? 2nd and 8. I mean, I'm sorry. This could be really elementary of me, but work this. Max protect it. Max protect all this. Have everybody slide. Tight end takes care. Have some type of bang 8. Work this guy outside fade. Working inside post. Okay, play action this thing. You're outnumbered. Get the ball to those two guys. In hindsight, it's easy to say now, because the job of an OC, I mean, it's very, very hard, and I'll give them that. But you gotta have an adjustment when it's happened multiple times where you're outnumbered. You know the look you're gonna get. Outside zone. Again, everyone should be reaching if they're covered. If not, we're gonna help with the inside and climb. Take the 3 bucket steps. Tight end's good. Tackle good. Use the inside hand and climb with the bucket steps. Guard good. Center good. Backside we're good. Again, just outnumbered. You're one-on-one with the safety. Typically, you got to make this guy miss. If you get one-on-one, you got to run through the arm tackle Or if you have to, cut it back inside and get vertical. Safety just makes a play, bitches the back. Third and 6. Now you're in a 10P look, 2x2 open. 11 personnel, but 2x2 open. You know you're gonna. It's third down, so you know you're gonna get a pressure look, and you do. You got a sim pressure look pre-snap. Tackles covered up. So you'll see post-snap that tackles by the man line of scrimmage. Tackle is going to lock onto this. You got a pressure from your Sam backer. Okay, nobody picks it up because they don't see it. You got a sim pressure, so a down lineman is now going to be at a pass responsibility. Back takes the pressure from the will into the boundary because we get beat up front with it. So all in all, pressure beats the call. The third down call beats our third down call. Let's look and see what concept we have on from our route distribution. So at least here into the boundary, they run their corner sit, okay, with some type of inside sit, okay, reading that high to low. Ball would have went to Carnell if we could have the protection, but I mean, if you look post snap, we take our 3-step drop. Okay, it looks like we're going to get beat from the back there with the will, so that's why he moves out of it. Ball probably would have went to Carnell and then moved to the backside dig, which again is there. All right, so we're sliding this to the field. Okay, you got a 3-man walked up look, so you're outnumbered. You only got 2 walked up here into the boundary, so you slide here to the field, which is the correct call. So we're Bob backside, Bob in at backside. So back should add on over here. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Back should add on here because your Bob's here. Back always adds on in the Bob side of the protection. So you got a will run through. Okay, D tackle is going to take up the guard. Okay, you got nobody for the tackle because you had a down lineman now in a pass responsibility in the sim pressure look. D tackle takes up the center. N is going to take a B gap path, but you'll see that he takes up the tackle with him. Guard should fall off. Good. So now tackle should fall off now. Okay, after the guard's fallen off, tackle should fall off, and he should pick up the pressure, and we're way too late to it. The back and the center get beat. Just shitty execution. Carnell does a great job of running with the Q. Okay, tight end still hasn't seen it, so these two collision. So the ball really can't get to anybody. Jesus Christ. Common theme, shitty execution. Ah, that RPO, that was a close one. Looks like you just have zone lead up front. We've got free access RPOs. I mean, pre-snap, you got it. Indiana does a good job of hiding what they want to do. So you'll see it looks like they've got a nickel in now. Post-snap, he's going to get to the flat now. Boom. Sees the RPO, and he's trying to get there. Indiana also did a really good job of pursuing to the ball. I mean, watch their mic here. Boom, RPO, he's out. How quickly he's able to get out to that. He could get under number 2 if they wanted to throw it to 2 there. Just really good football from Indiana's defense. They executed at a high level the entire night. Always in the right call. Typically, when you're always in the right call, you've been scouted well. So pretty much Ohio State was got. They're always in the right call on every down and distance situation. That means you've been scouted well. That means you're predictable. Outside zone from 11P. You got 2x2 with a tight end attached in the boundary. You got a walked up will. Doesn't matter. You're in outside zone. If he comes to my gap, I'm picking him up. Montgomery gets beat. It only takes one in outside zone. Okay, reduce front, meaning they push the front to the field. So now your end of the field is now 3 tech. Okay, this guy's pushed down one guy. Now he's up on the center instead of being a 2-eye. Now he's up on the center. Okay, you've got a wide 5, and you got a walked up 9. So that tells you something's going to walk up here to the field. They're not going to leave C gap uncovered. So who's going to come to that side? It's going to be a pressure. Julian's communicating we're good. So outside zone must have been they must have had a two play call there. So again, Indians' game plan looks like they're pushing their front to the tight end with some type of pressure here to the field. So that tells you we're probably a heavy tight end side zone or run team, which they are. So again, you've been scouted well. Montgomery makes the correct decision in outside zone here, but stay engaged. Once you engage and you feel like you're going to get beat outside, run through it. Don't stop your feet. He's too athletic enough for you to stop your feet. Good linebacker play. Everyone else is good. Montgomery just can't get beat. Damn, dude. Guards got to get better. Back to 12 personnel. Taking this off the field. What's it down in distance? 2nd and 6. Again, pressure look. They actually hold up well. Julian just doesn't get the ball out. 2nd and 6, you have Hank on, so that's got to be you've got 2.5, 3 seconds, ball out. Typically, you've got to be able to read it pre-snap on which side to go to. He does. Ball could come out to Carnell now. They don't have linebackers not in the flat yet because they're in a pressure look. So throw in a pressure. You got a pressure from your Sam playing a C gap. Okay. They're running a curl here to the field. Corner's bailing. At least I thought he was. We'll see it post snap. Okay, but boom, get the ball. Replace pressure with pressure. Ball now. Okay, corner sees that he's about to throw it, so he is breaking on it. But still, there's enough room to get the ball out. Maybe get 3 to 4, and now you get a 3rd and 2 instead of a 2nd and 10 now, or a 3rd and 10 now. So again, if we replace the pressure, throw into it, ball now. Okay, you still have room to work with. If the ball is on Carnell now, he turns around, he has a one-on with the corner. So again, lack of execution from the quarterback position. And the back gets beaten pass pro. All around ugly shit. Can you guys tell me which way they're sliding it? Communicate to Peoples which way he's got to go. So now you guys know on a passing down which way we're sliding it. Because why are they sliding it? They've got 3 walked up. Okay. On the other side, you've got 2 walked up. So you got to slide to the number side. So we're sliding here into the boundary. Okay. So then we're bobbing it backside. So big on big. Big on big. Okay. Running back adds on for any type of pressure. Silent count, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but guard's responsible for tapping the center. Okay, usually about a half a second after he gets tapped, the ball is snapped. So that's your silent count. Indiana timed it up. I mean, anybody can see that's their silent count, so they're able to time it up really well. So they do add on to the field. Okay, guard's taken up, tackle's taken up, so back's got to be responsible for any pressure. Yep, so back's got to be here. Meet him. Don't catch him. Meet him. If you're going to catch him, you're going to get your ass beat. Yep. That's on everybody. Back and pass pro. Quarterback not getting the ball out. 3rd and 8. You're going to get a pressure look. Have a plan for it. Their plan is still to stick and half slide. If you don't feel comfortable in half slide, just full slide it. Tight ends here on C gap, and then run any 3-man route concepts you want. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, but full slide it, and then if the tight end feels as if he's done his job, he can be your check down. But you got to have answers. So it looks like, and I'll draw it up. You've got scissors here, post, corner, trying to put a safety in the bind. Okay, what's he going to play? So that's got to be a 5-step drop from the gun, so a 9-step drop. So you got to protect that a long time. Okay, backside, I think he's on a comeback route. He's going to fall off. So you need about 3 to 4.5 seconds to throw this. So safety is sitting. That tells me he's going to sit on the post, which he is. He's there. Corner's bailing, so dead. Got to try to work this. Linebacker's trying to run underneath that. Corner's on top of it. So, not a lot of places to go with the ball, so ball should go to check down. Check down's right here by himself. So instead of throwing this away, Julian, got to get to, now, get to the check down. Where's my check down? So again, lack of execution from your quarterback position. So slide here to the field. Bob. Okay, someone runs away. Luke. I'm sure someone's coming inside of it. Nope. Keeps the inside hand free. The stunt to the call side. So center's taken up by the D tackle. Looks like we're on a stunt. We're coming inside of this. Communicate it. We're too far outside. See this gap they have to work with? Okay, so tackle needs to be closer. Too wide. Comes inside of it. Honestly, not terrible. You're giving him enough time. Julian's just got to get to the check down. Couple more here. 12 personnel. Take a receiver off the field. Play action. So this is the type of concept I like because Julian's not really throwing it well. He's not processing the information as he should. So you just get to easy reads where you're starting down, middle, up. Doesn't have to read a defense. That's a good play to start with. And from those looks in the first half, they're running the ball a shit ton. Back in view. So GY counter, but now we're going same side. Again, a different look, okay, against the grain of what you've done most of the year. So it gives a different look for your linebackers, so they've got to play this a little bit slower. Tight end's on the same side as counter, so he's going to take counter steps this way and then come back. Everyone else, play side should be down, pull to kick, step and hinge backside. Okay, so back started on the same side as counter. Okay, then we're going behind the queue and running it with the tight end just to give him some time. And he cuts it back because we create a wall front side. That's great. Great call. Great execution. Good football. Short pull motion or short pull play action with your guard. So that means you're going to be in half roll. Okay, it's the same concept versus Oregon. If a lot of you guys remember. Okay, we're running. Looks like here to the field, and then we cut it back into the boundary, front pylon. Shoot. Main goal of this play is to get safety to turn his head and run that way with it. Okay, this deep curl should be taken up at the corner. They do a good job to keep bailing with it because he sees that they're going to be in half roll trying to take the shot. So defensively, they play it really well. But if we're able to get at least a little bit of protection, linebacker falls off, corner bailing, we should be able to hit. That's your check down in this situation. Okay, if the safety and corner over top of it, I got to get the clear and the check down. Okay, if we're able to protect it, the ball should get there. So execution, concept-wise, I like it. Great call. Because what's the down and distance here? 1st and 10. Great call. Against the grain of what you did in the first half. So we're half slide here. We should be down on this. Okay, down on this, down here, and then down backside. We just get beat backside, 77. He just gets pulled. Just gets beat. Can't make it any easier. You're one-on-one. You know your assignment. The front's actually not a hard front to understand. He just gets pulled, and he gets beat. You need more time on your deep concept if you want to take shots like that. Three by one. 3-man route concepts. You're trying to protect it a little bit more. Still get beat. Not even gonna look at the route concept. Doesn't even matter at this point. Now we're in full slide and we still get beat. Okay, if you look at the front, it's reduced away from the tight end. So you should know you're going to have some type of pressure from the field. By now you should know that. It's third quarter. They've done it multiple times. We're full slide into the boundary. So 70 should pick that up. Just run it down inside. Quarterback can step like I have it drawn there. Julian does not. So great path to get to the quarterback. You've got to step and then be up into the pocket. I know they work those drills in practice. You got to feel that from the quarterback position. He doesn't. So again, that's on quarterback and offensive line. A reoccurring theme, if you will. So now it's 3rd and 20. I'm not even going to watch it. Now you're 11 personnel, but you've got an S almost in a tight end look. Again, I love that though. I'd rather have him there. I'm not gonna lie. Run RPOs with him. If they're gonna match him in the box too, run RPOs with him. Good. You got a GT counter and you got an RPO attached to your reading a down lineman to help you clean up numbers. I think it's the name of the game for this offense. Obviously, Julian's not gonna be. They're not gonna use him in the running game because they don't want him hurt. So use concepts like this. You're reading a down lineman. You're help cleaning up numbers. We got GT counter, pull to kick, pull to lead. Everybody else is down play side, which they are. You're reading the end man, a line of scrimmage. You're helping clean up this number. So delete. Will's going to run with it because it's an athlete in space, so he's going to run with it. So you're helping yourself take care of numbers. Now, if you look post-snap, look at the numbers I got to deal with. 3, 4, 5. I got 5 guys to deal with. Pull and throw that sucker. Out. Don't know him. Throw it. But at least it takes the will out of the play. They're having a hard time climbing to that guy. That takes the will out of the play. Still got it from the back end view. I didn't really see it. So if we get the ball to him, we're on a push crack here. He could crack that. Okay, we're going outside. You're one on with the corner if the ball gets thrown. So a ball could get thrown there. But again, Will's out of the box. You don't have to climb to him. He's not able to run over top. So that's a good adjustment in the second half by the offensive staff. And we block it up fairly well. Good execution. Then we go back to 12. Oh, man. Just keep an S on the field. What do we run here? Reduce front. GY counter. You hit GT counter for, what, about 6? Good concept. You're reading a defender, down lineman defender in the run game. You clean up the numbers. It looks good, and you go back to this, and you just get beat front side. Everybody's down. Good. So now you need to climb. Pull to kick. Pull to lead. We log it, so tight end should go outside of it. Good. Now you're outnumbered. That's the will linebacker coming over top to make the play. Again, that's why the run game looks like shit. Not able to get over top, get to the will, get to the linebackers and gap scheme. You can't get to the backside backer and gap scheme. You're screwed. And that was the big issue in the run game and gap. So it looks like we have some type of smash. Reading the corner. Corner sits on it like he does. We should break flat to the sideline and throw that to Jeremiah. He's lucky this didn't get picked off. Should have been thrown to Jeremiah on the sideline. He's lucky to get a first down call. Execution, man. We're halfway into the third, and it's been shit for 90% of the game. And then they get back into 12 personnel, run look. Indiana matches it. Still have a 2-eye show. I mean, it does give you a run read, but what's the down and distance, 1st and 10? They're going to play the run on 1st and 10, and they have most of the game. I love it, though. Boot off of it. Perfect. In my line of thinking, I'm thinking run first here. So are the linebackers. I mean, look where the linebackers are now. Even safety's trying to be his filler in the run game. Great call. Get the ball to get the ball to 4 there, buddy. I know your first read is to get to the tight end. He's open, but man, if I see 4 with space and we got corner bailing, we got something to work with. Thirteen personnel. Indiana matches it. 2 for 1 over to Jeremiah, so you got to go in the run game. GY counter. Honestly, everybody up front looks good. Pull the kick, pull the lead, boom. And we get beat backside. So Indiana also did a good job of coming over top and running with gap scheme. So he's got to come more inside to not let him run over top. And they didn't adjust that at all. They did a really good job, Indiana, of getting hands on two to not allow him to get to that angle. So if he's going to be playing this more to the front side to try to take care, okay, guard who's down should come more over top. But I don't think we ever adjusted or saw it in the game. Actually, we did there. Wow. That's how you're supposed to play it, and we adjust to it. Really good. I just assumed we wouldn't adjust to it. That's a great job. But we adjust to it, and we communicate well. Heisman gets beat. He gets shoved off of his feet. Man, that's a really good play by your shade there. That's awesome. Indiana's good, man. Great technique, great calls. They were always in the right call. Tip your cap to their staff, man. Their execution's unbelievable. Great back shoulder throw. You're not guarding that. Couple more here. 13 again. I'm about tired of watching this shit. Yeah, I'm done. I can't watch this shit anymore.